guys, what's going on? Derek from He and She Fitness. It is Easter Sunday and I'm going to record a little shoulder press workout for you. I'm going to be using dumbbells and be doing some overhead presses and show you how to hit the top of the delt real nice. I did some side lateral raises and some front lateral raises earlier, and now I'm coming back for round 2, videotaping it for you so you can see how to properly do them. Now, there's a couple methodologies. There's you know, the type of tool you can use to do the press, and that would be like a barbell or a dumbbell or even cables, and I'm going to do them with barbells here, and I'll talk about the other ways to do them in between sets. But I'm wearing a hat inside just because my hair is complete bedhead right now and it's real long and kind of embarrassing. So that's not for any type of fashion statement, it's just to hide my ugly, nasty hair. So here we go. I'm going to start with 35-pound weights and go from there. I'll probably do 4, maybe 5 sets for you. Again, I got the Dumbbell Select Tech Bowflex Select Tech dumbbells. Here we go. Set 1. I don't know if you can see. I'll do them for you here. There's set 1. Probably not going to change the weight much, just going to stay there. But as I was saying, you could choose a barbell to do that, or you can do the dumbbell route or cables that I chose. You know, you can do standing or seated. I choose to do standing just because I like to feel the total engagement from all areas of my body, whereas seated I can do heavier weight. I can do the whole full scale weight of the dumbbell itself, but I can't feel it in my core and other areas of my body, whereas standing I can. So I go down in weight a little bit so I don't destroy my back, and I can still get a good press movement. Another methodology is to go very light, which I've done before too. Purpose of that is to engage the delt in its entirety and not so much the tricep on that upward press. Now, I've done that for a while, but I tend to feel like I'm not necessarily growing the muscle, so I switch back and forth between a heavier and a lighter weight. Definitely on the lighter, you feel lactic acid build up real quick, and you can do a lot of reps at first, but then towards the end you can't do any. So it's definitely legitimate. I'm just not in that period right now. I'll rotate to that, you know, once I've pushed my weight high enough with these. So here comes set 2, and I'm facing this way. I tend to face this way just because there's a mirror here and I can really see my form. But if I face the video here, I can see my form as well. So I'll do that. So here we go. 1, 2. I like to really press hard at the top and then slowly let it burn on the way down. I like to explode up on these. It's just a preference. You can also do a more behind the head, more of a military press. Very hard. Oh, here we go. That's set number 2. 2 of 4. Yeah, I can really start to feel it in the upper part of my delt. And as we go on with more and more sets, I'll probably do, you know, start with doing 13, 14, 15, and then, you know, as you can see on that one, I think I only got 10 or so, but I try to get between 10 and 12. Now, I'm only doing 35 pounds right now. It's pretty light, but it is standing. And one of the big things I try to do too is try to keep my width at the top, meaning width this way, try to get that full extension of the movement and then come up and try to shoot out a little bit, you'll see. Shoot out a little bit because I don't want to put any strain on the trap. I want to put it on the actual delt itself. And if I push upward, I tend to squeeze the trap a little bit, which is fine. but that's not the point of this movement. There's other movements where you can target the trap. You can do raises upward, you can do shrugs to target the trap, you can do even certain forms of rear delt flies will target parts of the trap, but I don't need to be doing it on the press itself. Even some lateral raises will target the trapezoid a little bit, but I don't want to do that on this press. So here we go, set 3. I'll place them up here. Here we go. 1, 2, nice and wide. 3. Getting harder. There we go. Whew. Set 3, I think I only got 8 or 9 there. Again, I did some lateral raises and some front raises earlier, which I've done in my videos before. And I think that's fatigued the delt a little bit. Granted, it was an hour or 2 ago, so I've had some rest. But I have torn that muscle a little bit already today, so I'm going back and I'm finishing it out for you right here. So I hope you guys can get a sense a little bit of what I'm doing. You know, I'll see people literally go to the gym or something, and you'll see people kind of just, you know, doing this real jerky movement or doing them real close to the body and not really feeling the top of that delt. I feel like this is one of the easiest exercises to perform in the wrong manner. Just for the fact that if your movement isn't controlled, isn't wide, isn't to the full extension, then you're really not getting that tear. Now, once you've gotten that full extension, if you want to finish off by just doing kind of real shorter repetitions and just keeping the tension there without going too far down to stretch that too much, that's fine. I see that as well. I've done that myself. I think that does work. But I like to just do the full movement and try to, you know, target that group just as much as I can. It's a group where I don't necessarily struggle with the width of the shoulders, but as far as the actual thickness of that cap there to stick out, I do struggle until I get really lean and I can see that. So I'm gonna go ahead and do the full movement. I'm gonna do my 4th one right now, and then I'll be done, wrap it up. And yeah, you guys can move on and try this yourself at home or at the gym and see what you can get out of it. Seated or standing, you can kind of do both and see what works best for you, or even rotate between the two. So here we go, 4th and final set, guys. Try to keep it wide. Don't rest too much at the bottom. I'm not locking out at the top. I want to keep the tension on. I feel it from there all the way to here, and slow. All right, that's 4, guys. All right, now, believe it or not, just after 4 sets and after only 10 minutes, I have a burn, a pump, and you're gonna sweat. It doesn't take long if you keep your rest periods short and you get at it and you focus on the amount of tension you're putting on the muscle. You know, as far as the load and the time that you put on the muscle, you can really do some damage and tear it up good really quick. So that's it for me today. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you enjoyed the movement. If you like what you see, please subscribe to our channel, leave me a comment, give it a like, share it wherever you can, help me grow it a little bit and get some conversation going. I will respond to your comments very quickly. So I appreciate you guys watching. Have a great day, and we'll see you soon. Thanks.